Hi everyone, it's Mary. Thanks so much for stopping by. So we're going to make this card today. It's going to be super quick and fast and simple and fun, but I wanted to show you I was definitely inspired by this card right here. This is one of the make and takes we made at the most recent Neat and Tangled crafting day that we went to in Delaware. And it was so much fun. I got to craft for 3 hours, which felt like 2 minutes because it's so much fun. But I was inspired by this. Danielle from Neat and Tangled did such an amazing job with all of her designs. So I was going to recreate it. And of course, I'm using Neat and Tangled. And we're going to be using this Good Vibes stamp set, only sending them. So it's going to be a lot of fun to send this out and just kind of try to brighten people's day. So I am going to take some Versamark ink and I'm going to ink this up onto a Bristol Smooth piece of cardstock. Bristol Smooth because I'm using some watercolor markers and I want to make sure that none of them give me any issues because this paper is like, you know, blending on this paper with the alcohol markers, or not alcohol, the watercolor markers I have is like butter. So I'm going to use Arteza today. I'm going to get my white, super fine white embossing powder all over that. I wanted it to be stark white and so it is. And so I'm going to heat set that with my Wagner heat tool. And once we're ready to go, I'm going to start the coloring process. So I do need to add those little, what are those called? Those, I'm doing it with my hands like, yay, around the Good Vibes. I don't know what they're called. They're fun. So you want to add those as well if you want to add a little spunkiness to your card. All right, so I'm going to take a blue marker from Arteza and I'm going to take a yellow. So the colors that I used are going to be Bumblebee Yellow and Bright Blue. And I'm going to try to get a little bit of a mix right in the center into like a soft green. I don't go too much on this. I don't go overwhelming. I just get a nice wash of color. And then I'm going to cut this down with my Lawn Fawn rectangle stitch die, because I always love how a card panel looks when it's cut down a little bit on a base. So I'm going to spray this with some shimmer spray, and this stuff is awesome. It gives a nice glow over your whole card without, you know, like picking one or two spots. It's just all glittery. And once that's done, I'm going to then put placement of these sequins. Now, I have to tell you, she totally inspired me with this sequence placement. This was all Danielle. I tend to be too minimal with my sequins and it's just kind of boring the way I place them. So this has changed me forever. I love that look. And so just kind of plop them down and let them do the talking on the card. So I'm going to take out my score buddy and I'm going to score my 110-pound cardstock because I always do. And I'm going to flatten that out with my Teflon bone folder because that just makes it nice and crisp. And then I'm going to start putting down my panel. I'm actually just going to use some Nuvo glue for the back of my panel. I'm not going to pop it up because I do want to send this in the mail. And so I'm going to just make sure that that's nice and flat. I do hold it down with a large acrylic block so that it doesn't, you know, shimmy or it doesn't, what am I trying to say, lift. So I want to make it sure it's flat and glued and it's not going anywhere. So I do that, and then that finishes my card. So thank you so much for stopping by for this super quick card today using Neat and Tangled's Good Vibes. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me hear your comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss anything from me. I will list everything I used below. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.